Everything you've been taught about spiritual growth is wrong, and what Darius discovered will completely change how you understand your own evolution.
You've probably tried to grow spiritually. You've meditated, you've read books, you've done the work, you've made sacrifices.
And maybe you've seen some progress, but it feels slow, it feels difficult, it feels like you're constantly struggling uphill.
So you keep trying harder. You meditate longer, you read more books, you do more practices, you make bigger sacrifices, thinking that more effort equals more growth.
But what if that's the problem? What if the reason you're not growing faster is because you're approaching it all wrong?
Darius discovered something shocking. Spiritual growth is not about effort. It's not about discipline. It's not about struggle.
Spiritual growth is about understanding one simple principle. One principle that when you understand it, accelerates your evolution exponentially. And that principle will blow your mind because it's the opposite of what you've been doing.
Darius spent decades exploring consciousness through out-of-body states. And in those states, he observed something that most spiritual teachers will never see.
He observed how consciousness actually evolves. He observed the mechanism of spiritual growth.
And what he discovered is revolutionary because it changes everything about how you approach your own spiritual development.
And in this video, he's revealing exactly what that is.
By the end of this video, you're going to understand the real mechanism of spiritual growth. You're going to know exactly what accelerates evolution, and you're going to have a practice you can do today that will shift your entire spiritual journey.
So if you want to accelerate your growth, if you're tired of struggling, stay with us because the secrets are about to be revealed.
Most spiritual people believe that growth comes from effort. More meditation equals more growth, more discipline equals more growth, more sacrifice equals more growth.
And so they push harder, they do more, they try harder. They think, if I just do enough, I'll finally evolve.
But here's what they don't realize. Effort is actually a barrier to growth.
Because spiritual growth is not about doing more, it's about understanding more.
It's not about effort, it's about awareness. It's not about discipline, it's about alignment.
And when you're trying hard, when you're using effort, you're actually moving away from alignment. You're moving away from awareness. You're moving away from understanding.
Because effort comes from the mind, and the mind is limited.
The mind thinks, I need to do more to be better. I need to achieve more to be worthy. I need to struggle more to deserve growth.
But your soul doesn't think like that. Your soul knows that growth is natural. Growth is effortless. Growth is your true nature.
So when you're using effort, you're actually fighting against your soul. You're fighting against your true nature.
So here's the mind-blowing secret that Darius discovered. Spiritual growth is not about becoming something new. It's about removing what's blocking you from being who you already are.
Growth is not addition. Growth is subtraction.
You're not trying to become enlightened. You're trying to remove the illusions that make you think you're not already enlightened.
Think of it like this. Imagine your true nature is like the sun. The sun is always shining. The sun is always perfect. The sun is always complete.
But there are clouds blocking the sun. The clouds are your beliefs, your fears, your conditioning, your illusions.
So spiritual growth is not about making the sun brighter. The sun is already infinitely bright. Spiritual growth is about removing the clouds.
And the way you remove the clouds is not through effort. It's through awareness. It's through understanding. It's through seeing the clouds for what they are. Just clouds, not reality.
Darius observed this in out-of-body states. In those states, consciousness is not limited by the body or the mind.
And what he observed is that consciousness naturally expands when there's no resistance, when there's no effort, when there's no struggle.
Consciousness expands through understanding, through awareness, through seeing what's true. And the moment you see what's true, the clouds dissolve, the illusions fall away, and your true nature is revealed.
So if spiritual growth is about removing illusions, not adding beliefs, then the fastest way to grow is to stop trying so hard, to stop struggling, to stop forcing.
And instead, to focus on understanding. on awareness, on seeing what's true. That's the real mechanism of spiritual growth.
If spiritual growth is about removing illusions, then the reason you're not growing fast is because you're adding more illusions.
You're adding more beliefs, more practices, more techniques, more spiritual concepts.
And you think that's helping you grow, but it's actually making it harder.
Because every belief you add is another cloud covering the sun. Every practice you do from effort is another layer of resistance. Every spiritual concept you learn is another illusion on top of the illusions you're trying to remove.
So you end up with more clouds, not fewer. You end up with more resistance, not less. You end up with more illusions, not fewer.
And here's what's interesting. Most spiritual teachings reinforce this. They say, do this practice, learn this concept, believe this truth.
But they're actually adding more layers. They're creating more complexity, when what you really need is simplification, clarity, understanding.
You need to see through the illusions, not add more of them.
So the fastest way to grow is actually the simplest way. It's not about doing more, it's about understanding more. It's not about adding, it's about removing. It's not about effort, it's about awareness.
There are 3 levels of spiritual growth.
The first level is knowledge. You learn spiritual concepts, you understand ideas. But knowledge is still intellectual. It's still in your head. You know the truth, but you don't live the truth.
Most people are stuck at this level. They've learned a lot, but they haven't grown much.
The second level is understanding. You don't just know the truth, you see the truth. You understand it in your being, not just in your mind.
At this level, you start to live differently. You start to make different choices because you're not following rules, you're following truth. And truth is always aligned with your highest good.
The third level is integration. The truth is not something you know or understand, it's something you are. You don't have to think about it, you don't have to practice it, you just are it.
At this level, you're not growing anymore. You're not becoming something new. You're just being who you already are. And that's the goal of spiritual growth, to get to the point where you're not growing because you're already complete.
So how do you accelerate from level to level? Not through more effort, not through more practice, but through deeper understanding, through seeing what's true, through removing the illusions that keep you stuck.
Each time you see through an illusion, you move to the next level. Each time you understand something deeply, you integrate it. And each time you integrate, you grow.
So how do you actually remove illusions? The first step is to identify them.
What beliefs are you holding that are not true? What fears are you living from that are not real? What illusions are you accepting as reality?
The second step is to question them. Is this really true, or is this just something I was taught? Is this belief serving me, or is it limiting me? When you question, you start to see the illusion for what it is. Just a thought, just a belief, not reality.
The third step is to see through it, to understand that the illusion is not real, that the belief is not true. And the moment you see through it, it dissolves. The cloud dissolves. The illusion disappears. And your true nature is revealed a little bit more.
The fourth step is to integrate the truth, to let the new understanding become part of who you are. And then you move to the next illusion, and you repeat the process. And each time you do, you grow. Each time you do, you evolve. Each time you do, you become more of who you really are.
So here's how to accelerate your spiritual growth. Step 1. Stop trying so hard. Release the belief that growth comes from effort. Release the idea that you need to struggle to evolve. Because the moment you release that, you remove a major cloud, you remove a major illusion, and your growth accelerates.
Step 2, focus on understanding, not knowledge. Don't just learn concepts, understand them deeply. Ask yourself, Do I really understand this? Or am I just accepting it intellectually? When you understand something deeply, it changes you. When you just know it, it doesn't.
Step 3. Identify and remove illusions. What beliefs are holding you back? What fears are limiting you? What illusions are you accepting as reality? Write them down, question them, see through them. And each one you remove, you grow.
Step 4. Live from the truth. Once you understand something deeply, live from that understanding. Don't just know it, be it. And that's when real growth happens. That's when real transformation occurs.
Step 5. Repeat. This is not a one-time process. It's continuous. There's always another illusion to see through. There's always another level of understanding to reach. There's always more growth available. And the more you practice this process, the faster you grow. Now, let's connect this to what we've been talking about in previous videos.
We talked about how intuition is your soul speaking, and how trusting your intuition creates spiritual awakening.
Well, intuition is also the tool for removing illusions. Your intuition knows what's true. Your intuition knows what's an illusion.
So, when you trust your intuition, you're also removing illusions. And when you remove illusions, you grow.
So, spiritual growth, spiritual awakening, and trusting your intuition are all connected. They're all part of the same process, becoming more of who you really are.
So, here's what I want you to do today. Don't wait, don't think about it, do it now.
Step 1. Identify one belief that's limiting you. One belief that you know is not serving you.
Step 2. Question it. Is this really true? Or is this just something I was taught?
Step 3. See through it. Understand that it's just a belief. It's not reality.
Step 4. Release it. Let it go. Let the illusion dissolve.
And notice how you feel. Notice how your energy shifts. Notice how you feel more free. That's spiritual growth happening in real time. So, let's recap the mind-blowing secrets of spiritual growth.
Spiritual growth is not about becoming something new. It's about removing what's blocking you from being who you already are.
Growth is not addition. Growth is subtraction. You're not trying to add more beliefs, you're trying to remove illusions.
And the way you remove illusions is through awareness, through understanding, through seeing what's true. That's the real mechanism of spiritual growth.
So, in the comments, I want you to share something. Share one illusion you're ready to release. One belief that's been holding you back that you're ready to let go of.
Because when you write it, when you speak it, when you share it, you're beginning to release it. And you're giving others permission to release theirs too.
If this resonated with you, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. There are people in your life who are struggling with growth. There are people who are trying too hard.
Share this with them. Help them understand. Help them relax into their growth.
If you want to go deeper into spiritual growth, we have more videos coming. Videos on how to identify your core illusions, how to accelerate your evolution, how to embody your highest potential.
Right now on your screen, you'll see two options. Choose the one that calls to you, because your spiritual growth, your path to becoming who you really are, your journey of evolution, it's just beginning.
You are already enlightened. You are already complete. You are already who you're trying to become.
You're just removing the illusions that make you think you're not.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being open to this truth. Thank you for committing to your growth.
We'll see you in the next one.